Hello fellow creatures and wild things, I am Cheyenne or Earthy Arts and welcome to my channel. In this video I am going to be trying some wood burning. Now I've never done this before, so this is definitely going to be new for me and I am probably gonna suck at it. And this is me in the future, so I kind of suck, but yeah. I'm honestly pretty happy with how it turned out, but that's for later. So let's just go ahead and get right into the video. So before I could get started with burning some wood, I had to figure out what I was going to be making. And trust me when I say I had zero thoughts. Head empty, nothing. So as someone with no ideas, I just picked one of my favorite birds and looked for references. Looking through photos on like Unsplash or like a stock photo website always gets my ideas flowing because having that unlimited access to free photos literally just lets you do anything. And when I look for references, I usually go for more dynamic photos, like photos with interesting lighting, or like something that sparks a certain idea or emotion. So with the final photos that I ended up choosing, I went with like a barn owl with its wings spread open, which I thought that I could like round along the wood, I guess, and another with like a 3/4 view and like really interesting lighting. And I ended up making the wings spread along the wood slice like the first one for the second sketch because I thought that was a really cool idea. And then for the last one, I had a photo that was like kind of dull, I guess, so I wanted to make it like a totem or like a figure. And it didn't really end up going the way that I wanted it to, but it's a concept sketch, so I can't really complain about it because it's not really supposed to be perfect to begin with. Okay, so there's a specific style that I'm going for this wood burning piece. I saw somebody's artwork that they did on Instagram a while back, and I've been looking through the hashtags, and I've been trying to find that person, and I can't find their stuff at all, or it's that specific style. But they made the background to where it was like, I don't know, stippled, I guess, but not really stippled. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to do it and figure it out. I just gotta go for it, I guess, because I really don't know what I'm doing, so yeah. I tried watching like one or two wood burning videos and ended up getting distracted, so I kind of just went with the little bit that I took away from those videos. But in the main one that I was watching, it said to like adjust the temperature of your little burning tool to how you want it to burn. So I looked and I checked, and I just did not have a temperature setting on my tool, so I just kind of went with what I got, I guess. I was just like, well, I should probably just make a test piece before starting on the actual artwork. That way I can get like a feel for each tip and how they would act on the wood. So that's what I did. And as I was testing each tip, I made sure to draw out what it looked like. That way, whenever I referenced it later on, I knew which one I had used. And I also ended up testing how each nib reacted whenever I was cross-hatching, hatching, stippling, and moving it in like circular motions, which really helped when it came to deciding which ones I used in the end. As I began the actual piece, I knew that I wanted to start off with the background because it would be the easiest and it would make the piece look halfway done without even putting in as much work. So I began the long and tedious process of stippling, but in the way that I was talking about earlier. So like not really stippling, I guess. I don't really think it's considered stippling, but that's like the best word I can use to describe it, so we'll just leave it at that. And I didn't realize how long it would actually take me to do the background because it felt kind of fast in the moment, but it took me almost 2 hours to burn just behind the owl. And that left me realizing if the background took this long to do and it's that simple, how long would it take me to shade the owl itself? So after finishing the background, I switched nibs and I began to shade the owl. And it felt like I spent more time waiting for the tool to cool down so I could switch nibs than how long it actually took to do the artwork. Because I would have to set the tool down, make sure it didn't touch anything, because like fire safety, wait for it to cool, test it on an extra piece of wood to make sure it cooled down, switch the tip, heat it back up, test it to make sure that it burns, and then go back to working on the actual artwork. And it was definitely a process. After burning the face, I wanted to test out what it would look like if I added white colored pencil to the wood, and it honestly made it look 10 times better. It gave it that pop that it needed, contrasting the super dark background, and really brought out the character within the owl. I'm literally so glad that I ended up adding the pencil, even though it may have been like cheating, I guess, because I feel like it wouldn't have the same vibe without it. Okay, so I really struggled with the star, not in terms of shape, but in terms of color. I kept switching back and forth from yellow and white, making like the glow white and the star yellow, or the star white and the glow yellow, and I just ended up painting over the star with white paint, since I had messed up the wood to the point that I couldn't add colored pencils anymore. So that's literally all that I could do at that point. Okay, so now that I'm done with it, this is actually a decent piece for me. I thought it was going to turn out a whole lot worse. I ended up working it even more like today because I ended up first doing it last week and I was like, maybe I should go back in, make the darks a bit darker, lights a bit lighter. And honestly, it's not that bad. I kind of like it. Now, it's not as good as some of my other wood pieces where I just exclusively use colored pencils, But since this is a new medium for me, wood burning, I feel like I did pretty good. It was pretty successful. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more of my content, feel free to subscribe and look through my videos. And if you want to see more from me, I have my Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest linked down below so that you're able to check me out on any other social platform. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, like it. I don't know. Be pretty sweet of you. Pretty nice, yeah. But for now, have a good morning, good evening, or good night, wherever you are. Have a nice one. Bye, guys.